Hey, welcome to Leaving Crazy Town.
With Finn and Sarah.
Today we're going to talk about the 5 most important things that we believe are the most important things in our recovery.
Yes, and staying sober and really having good quality recovery and...
a happy life.
To be 72 and sunny in the big picture.
It's not always 72.
It's not always 72 and sunny, but I think...
we can get back there.
We can get back there. You got it. All right,
Not
go.
being stuck. All right.
Number 1.
The number 1 most important thing in my recovery to obtaining 72 and sunny for the most part, or no, just having a recovery that I actually enjoy living is by, number 1, not picking up a drink, a drug, or a substitute, such as food, shopping, sex, or anything else. Staying present and sober. That's the number 1 piece, because if I do any of those, I'm automatically out of sync. What's your number 1?
Oh my God, of course I totally skipped that, but that is so key because we substitute.
I feel like I can't get to any recovery unless I'm...
No, it's so true. I mean, we've known people over the years that have just picked up other things, gambling or food or whatever, and things get off the rails. So
right off the rails.
Excellent. All right, my number 1 thing that helps me to have a great recovery is staying connected to people. Staying connected to people, meaning I have a pod. I have a little pod of people, I have a tribe, I have whatever, of close people that I need to stay connected to. People that are not going to let me get away with stuff.
They're going to tell you the truth.
They're going to tell me the truth. They're going to be there when I'm crazy or when I'm sad or when... people that I can really trust. So creating a small group of people that you can really trust. Of course, having support groups and all that is key too. But you know what? I knew a guy once that went to meetings for 6 years. He sat in the back. He had kind of acquaintances, but he ended up telling me in a therapy session that he had no close friends and he was totally isolated. So he was going to meetings, but he wasn't sharing who he was. So when I say connection to other people, I mean literally
they
sharing
know
who
you.
you are. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like my close people know the insanity that goes on in this head.
Yes.
And they're also very quick to question whether I'm not in an insane place and I don't know it. So that's important.
Beautiful.
All right. Number 2 for me is not hurting others when I'm responding to fear in my life. So recognizing that I'm having fear and dealing with it.
Brilliant. That's
because I found in my 4th step that a lot of my acting out was when I was fearful.
Yes, and I would like people to think about that. Think about different behaviors that you do that you end up needing to either make an amend for, and say to yourself, was there really an underlying fear beneath that behavior? So something to think about. All right, mine is pray and meditate and enlarge your spiritual life. Okay, for me, because I've been sober 6,000 years, is enlarging my spiritual life changes over time. When I first got sober, I read all these Buddhist books. I did all this insight meditation. I took these classes. Then I got into yoga. Then my husband was a born-again Christian, so I started reading the Bible. So it's continuing to grow and change and deepen your relationship with a higher power of some kind. And not being stagnant. Like, it's really important to keep shifting things around.
You don't want to just pray the same thing every day, blah, 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 blah,
yes.
blah, blah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, number 3 for me was connecting to my higher power, which is pretty much what Sarah's saying. In all the ways, like, for one, turning to my higher power in times of need. Always, it's my first go-to. It's not other people's jobs to fill the void that I sometimes feel, to take care of my loneliness or any of those things. I go to my higher power, and how I connect that way is also a lot of stuff Sarah was saying. Meditating, learning new things about the universe or whatever makes me feel connected, but always going to my higher power when I need something instead of other people.
God, that's so good. It made me think of another one related to, so my next one, which is kind of similar, but being willing to change and grow. And again, it's that same thing. If I'm, what is that saying? If I'm coasting, I'm going downhill. Like, to always be open to learn, to grow, to change. And to not be a control freak, because I feel like that's what the opposite is. If I, not act like I know everything. And I can honestly say the longer I stay sober, the less I know. Because the less I'm attached to a certain belief system, I want to just become more and more spacious. So there's a lot to say about that one, but go ahead, bud.
Yeah, I mean, if you're staying sober and you're coherent and you hear yourself say certain things and you remember what you've said that were truisms,
Yes.
over time you see that they aren't.
Yes.
I think when you're using, you forget you made an assertion about something.
That's right. Absolutely.
Anyway, my number 4 was recognizing what I can't control and what I can, because I also can be a control freak and I know much less than I do. And also part of that is also knowing what's my business and what isn't my business.
Yes.
And I would say one of the greatest freedoms in my recovery was realizing that 99% of the stuff I perseverated about and tried to manage in my life were things I had absolutely no control over.
Yes.
So it was a lot of wasted energy.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely.
Number 5 for you,
Number
Sarah.
5. Wow, is that number 5? I thought I didn't know. Okay. Why do I question every time you ask me? Okay.
Because I'm always right. And
Number 5.
whatever.
I thought I had another one there too. Be willing to tolerate uncomfortable feelings and work through them. I mean, part of the whole thing with picking up other addictions is because we don't want to feel our feelings. So whether it's meditation, whether it's taking 10 minutes a day to just sit with yourself, just learning to realize feelings are not going to kill you. It's what we do with the feelings that kills us. So getting comfortable with tolerating, basically being human, people. This is human. This is
human.
it. This is the human condition. We have feelings. So get used to it.
All right. My number 5 is be here now.
Yes.
My old sponsor used to always say, keep your head where your feet are, because I know that most of the time right now is okay. And the stress or worry that I'm taking on is about something in the future and how something might turn out. So if I rein it into today, life is beautiful.
Yes.
When I had surgery and I was in pain and I was having an allergic reaction to the incisions, I didn't feel like right now was great. But I also was like, okay, this is what I'm experiencing right now.
Yes.
Because my mind wants to say, this is the rest of my life. I'm going to be in pain forever. And when I'm worried about something in the future, I might be losing the good now because I'm like, it's going to be terrible in the future. So it's really important for me in my recovery to be here now.
Yes.
I just say, all right, am I okay right now? Yes. All right. Then I don't have to worry about what's happening next month.
So good. So good.
You're trying to throw a 6 in?
This is 5.5.
Here we go.
Is if you ever are struggling or really feeling like, oh my gosh, I just can't, is focus on someone else. Make a call, ask someone else, because the core of addiction is self-centered fear.
Yeah.
So being of service to others, offering to help someone else in some way, making a phone call always helps us get out of ourselves.
I know. I had my sponsor early on always said, if you're having a hard time, call 3 people and ask them how they are.
Yes.
And you don't talk about yourself or your own problems. And I had somebody call me and tell me all their problems. They're like, this calling people doesn't work. And I said, oh, but are you doing the calling where you're not talking about you, right? It's calling people or checking in with somebody else, asking how they are. And you don't, when they finish, you chime in with all your mess. You just don't talk about you and suddenly you're feeling better.
Right. Right. So those are our 5 tips. Fasten your seatbelt. We're leaving. Stay sober one day at a time.
Ciao.